everyone, so today we're going to be talking about fragrance, and a few of you have asked me to kind of do a little bit of a kind of fragrance recommendation video, things that I've been enjoying recently and things that I think are great in terms of autumn/winter fragrances. So I've kind of separated them into two categories, and I'm going to start with the kind of more autumnal fragrances, which are a little bit kind of fresher, not full on as sweet, as heady, as kind of musky as a lot of the winter fragrances that I like, but still not ones that I would wear any other time of year. I am a very seasonal fragrance wearer. I would never wear anything that's really wintry like in the summer or vice versa. If you like to do that, that's fine. I just don't. I love perfume as well, so I do tend to wear different ones most days. The first one I've got that is a great kind of autumnal one is by Burberry, and this is Burberry Brit. Bottle of that looks like this, and how you would describe this is there's a hint of kind of vanilla-y warmth, but it's a very dulled down vanilla. It's kind of got a little bit of a fruitiness going on while still being very fresh at the same time. There's no point in me cracking on about what notes are in each thing, because I know for half of us saying the note of something doesn't actually mean anything. I'm trying to kind of best describe a fragrance to you. It's not super easy. I love talking about fragrances, so I'm going to try my best, but yeah, it's a very kind of easy wearable fragrance, and it's actually a fragrance that lasts really well on as well, and one that I always go back to this time of year, so I really like that one. Then the next one is an old favourite. I've had this for years. This is hands down one of my all-time favourite fragrances, and it is the original Stella fragrance. You can see how much I've used of this. What I love about this is it's just such a kind of nostalgic smell to me, because I've worn it for so many years. It's very kind of rosy. It's like a heady rose. It's not like a nana rose. It's not granny-ish at all. It's floral and kind of a little bit deep while still being rosy. Kind of like the rosier version of Paul Smith's rose. So I love that. Then the next one I've got is actually really affordable, and this is from Primark, believe it or not, and it's called New York. I bought this because I thought the bottle of it was so gorgeous, and this to me is kind of like the more autumnal version of Jo Malone's green cucumber. It's very similar to that, but it's a little bit warmer. It's got a little bit more of a warmer undertone, but still fresh. It kind of smells crisp rather than like summer shower D&G light blue type of fresh. Then one that is such an unusual fragrance is this one, and it's YoU by Glossier. I think the bottle of this is one of the cutest things ever. I love that it's got that thumbprint for you to put it on when you wear it. This is kind of slightly masculine, almost a little bit peppery, but really lovely in the kind of cooler months, because it does add that little bit of crispness, but you don't feel like you're wearing something that is kind of too light and water-like. It's just that nice in between of being a little bit peppery and kind of smelling like, I don't know, like damp skin and damp leaves, if that makes sense. So those are kind of my more autumnal picks. Now moving on to my slightly more wintry picks. Full disclosure, oh, I was going to say that I forgot this one, but I didn't. It was in the basket, I just didn't see it. We'll pretend that that didn't happen. Right, yeah, full disclosure, I've got a bit of a mixture here as price points. Some of the ones I've got are quite expensive, so sorry about that. But number one is this one, and this one is from, I cannot pronounce the name of this brand to save my life, but it's Sylvaine Delacourte. It's French. I'm not even going to try and say that. That's what the label looks like anyway. I'll link it down below for you. But this is in the Vahina scent. This is such a lovely vanilla fragrance. I'm not somebody who's particularly keen on vanilla and fragrances. I don't like that kind of like cakey smell. I don't really understand why you want to smell like cake. For me, it's just, I don't like that kind of scent. This is a lovely, lovely grown-up vanilla. It's a warm vanilla rather than a sweet vanilla, and there's the difference. Warm vanilla smells really luxurious and lovely. Sweet vanilla smells a little bit like the Body Shop body spray, kind of, it's just not my vibe. But this is just a warm scent. I'm going to spray a bit of this on my arm actually. It's so nice, and I think the bottle of this is so lovely and chic and kind of grown up. So that's that one. Then two of my kind of warmest sort of fragrances that I go back to every year. This one is really, really inexpensive, but I adore it, is Zara Oriental. This is literally like £9, and it smells like wood burning on a fire mixed with like a cashmere jumper. That's what it smells like. It's so lovely. It's so grown up and kind of decadent. It's one that I go back to every single winter, and one that I'd never want to be without. I absolutely love it, and it lasts for ages on your skin as well. Similarly to that in terms of lasting for ages, but it's not very affordable, is this one from Marc Jacobs, which is Decadence, which is quite arguably the most beautiful packaging a perfume has ever had. And this one is very grown up. It's kind of like, it's much more ladylike than I would normally like in a perfume, but it smells really kind of chic, really sexy, kind of mysterious, heady in a kind of YSL Black Opium way, but nowhere near as sweet, more warm, kind of got that like cashmere jumper kind of smell, which I know is a weird analogy, but you'll smell it and you'll know what I mean. I love this one. It's great for really cold kind of wintry days. I do kind of gravitate towards ones that are slightly sweeter in the winter. One of those is this one by Jela, and it's Loverdose Tattoo, I think it's called, or Taboo it might be even. I'll link it down below anyway, but it just looks like this, and it is just a very kind of sweet, candied sort of smell. I can't wear this all the time. Those types of scents aren't really me, but occasionally I do like to bust this out this time of year and throw it on the floor. It's gone all the way over there, so we won't mention that. Then this one is one that I literally only ever wear during kind of the lead up to Christmas. I wouldn't wear it any other time of year. I wouldn't wear it in the autumn because it's too early either. But it's Ninna by Ricci, because this just smells really Christmassy to me. It kind of smells like, I don't know, like candied apples. It's sweet. It's very girly. It's just, I don't know, it's Christmassy to me. I really like it. It's really sweet. And I've actually had this before. I used to wear this when I was like at school, and it reminds me of that. Not the same bottle. This is one I got sent like a year or so ago maybe, but I really like that one. Then two kind of slightly more unusual ones are Jo Malone's Mimosa and Cardamom. This is a lovely fragrance because it's kind of creamy sandalwood mixed with like a lovely warm type of smell. It's got a lot of depth to it, but it still manages to not be really warm in a kind of old-fashioned way. There's a little bit of freshness there, which I think really helps it. So I really like that one. And then this is just a little sample one that I've got, and this is the Primark Pomegranate and Black Tea, which is their answer to Jo Malone's Pomegranate Noir. Smoky is the only way I can describe it. It smells really, really smoky, and kind of quite a sexy sort of scent. This it kind of smells like you've been like, I don't know, lounging in front of the fireplace with somebody. Not that I've ever done that in my life, but it's that kind of smell. Then the last two are ones that are probably a little bit more of an acquired taste. I don't think they'd necessarily be something that would appeal to all of you, but I really, really like them, and they are Narciso Rodriguez For Her, which is such a kind of sexy, patchouli, deep kind of smell that I would only wear it during the day in winter, and to be honest, probably really only in the evening. It's a very sexy kind of scent. It's very heady. It's very like deep, dirty florals, if that makes sense. It's so nice. I can see how this won't be for everybody, but I absolutely adore it. Similarly to the original Gucci Bloom, I bought this a couple of Christmases ago. It's very kind of like gardenia based, but it's heady at the same time. It's powdery. It's very kind of ladylike, and one that I think this time of year just smells incredibly chic. It's a very, very chic kind of smell. So yeah, those are all of my picks for best autumn winter fragrances. Let me know what yours are. I'd love to hear about it. I'm going to link all of them down below, with the exception of a few of them, to be honest. I think most of them were sent to me because a few years ago I did a bunch of work with Fragrance Direct, and they did send me loads of fragrances at the time, so that's where I've kind of accumulated a lot of them. I'm not going to lie. But then a few of them have been gifts. My dad bought me that one. My mum bought me that one for my birthday. I bought that one with my boots points. I bought the Zara one. Paul bought me that one for Christmas a few years ago. So actually it's a bit of a mixture. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video nonetheless, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.